Bum, 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 bum. So, why do I believe that the government controls the weather? Well, let's talk about Project HARP. There's a giant radar installation looking thing up in Alaska. I think there's a couple of sites in Canada too. And the science of this shit is basically you generate a giant fucking radar or radio pulse, and you can control various things about the weather of this planet. I don't know exactly how that works, but this is why I believe it. My grandfather was friends with many people, and he was a Marine Corps veteran, F-4 Phantom pilot. He hung around with cool guys from Vietnam. That's what he did. This is half of why I am the way I am, is because I've seen the real deal, and most of you are far from it. And some of these guys were CIA. Some of these guys were like MACV-SOG, recon, shit like that in Vietnam. And when those guys got in a room and got drinking and comparing notes, it was fucking interesting. And the MACV-SOG guy that I know for a fact was in that shit, like, I saw proof. He told the craziest stories. He had about 6 different missions that he got put on that they didn't shoot at nobody. Get that. They had them hump 80 tons of fucking ammo 30 miles into Colombia or some not Colombia, Cambodia. Sorry, wrong sea country. 30 miles into fucking Cambodia, not to shoot at nobody. They were to sit there with a radio and give a fucking weather report. This happened 6 times to him. Other teams got sent on similar missions. Why were they doing that? Project HARP was probably being tested by targeting rain at the Ho Chi Minh Trail. That's the place that this dude was being sent, was a place on a fucking mountain to overlook the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Well, not mountain, whatever, but like some place that had a high enough vantage point overlooking a part of it that they were watching the ongoings there for several weeks with rain. And they brought fucking ammo to engage the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and then were given orders to come home. Would have been spicy to engage the Ho Chi Minh Trail, to be honest. But you should get that, like, that dude really told me that. That really happened. Those dudes weren't bullshitting or whatever. Most of them that were talking to me in that little, like, drinking circle that my grandfather had viewed me as like a kid that was actually listening to them, like what they were saying might be real. So they tried to dump some knowledge, I guess. And this is some of the shit that they were dumping. Was, you should get that, like, they don't control the weather, but they control the weather. Like, they can make a targeted thing happen. And my guess is if they were capable of doing that in 1967, 1969, they could probably cause hurricanes by now. Who fucking knows? This is a direct response to Risky Christie's Conspiracy Theory Strikes Again video. I'm gonna tag him in the, or put it in his comments, something. But you guys should get that 100%. Some of the conspiracy shit is true, and this weather bullshit is a big slice of the stuff that, like, you don't believe that is real as fuck. In fact, I would put it to you that climate change is probably either caused by this shit, or they're going to use this shit to scare people into thinking it's real to do what they want them to do. Look at me and my buddy Blazer. We're going to go live off grid someplace. That's one of the options that they're okay with. You know, they're forcing everybody to do something that they are okay with. Isn't that interesting how that works? It's almost like that's what happens when you control the world. All the people that don't want to be in your fucking controlled world just leave. Like, I really wonder what happens when we get enough of us that, like, it's all of Texas. And you start building a fucking crazy moon empire with Elon Musk. Because that shit's going to happen. Elon Musk is crazy enough to fucking colonize the moon with Texas. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short because in reality, it's best that people get that the HAARP thing, that's real. It's a real thing. See you guys later.